Welcome to Gas Ed. Today we will be discussing when AI agents are the wrong tool and what to build instead for real small business value. Let's dive right in.
Right now, it feels like literally everyone wants to build some massive, complex, fully autonomous AI agent, right? But here's the trap we fall into. When we're overwhelmed running a small business, we tend to completely misdiagnose our actual automation needs. We just jump straight to the most complicated, expensive, shiny object available. But here is the absolutely crucial point. You need to become a problem solver, not just an AI agent builder. Your actual goal isn't to just force AI into your business for the sake of it. The goal is to find the most efficient, lowest cost solution to a root problem. And honestly, sometimes that doesn't even require AI at all. So here is our syllabus for scaling your AI efficiently today. We're going to start with the AI agent trap, then introduce the AI systems pyramid and break down its layers: custom GPTs, predictable workflows, and autonomous AI agents. Finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with a framework for choosing your AI framework. All right, Section 1, the AI agent trap. Why complex isn't always better. Get this. A staggering 50% of all the immediate business automations that companies are crying out for, they don't actually require any AI intelligence whatsoever. Literally half the time, an overwhelmed business just needs a really basic traditional software automation or a super simple cloud project, just to get a quick win, lower those costs, and keep things simple. Jumping to an AI agent right out of the gate is almost never the right move for a business just getting its feet wet with automation. Okay, moving on to Section 2, the AI systems pyramid, balancing complexity and cost. So there are basically 4 tiers of automation available to you. Think of it like a pyramid. Down at the very foundation, we have custom GPTs. Just above that, simple workflows. Then AI workflows. And finally, sitting at the very peak, AI agents. Now, as you move up this pyramid, the maintenance, the cost, and the sheer complexity naturally go up. All of these layers are fantastic, absolutely, and they all have very specific use cases. But the golden rule here is you should never ever build at a higher, more expensive layer if a lower layer solves your problem. Let's look at Section 3, Foundation, Custom GPTs, the reactive assistants. So what exactly is a custom GPT? Well, think of it kind of like a highly trained intern sitting at a desk. You've handed this intern your company's instruction manual, your entire knowledge base, and you've taught them your specific brand voice. But the real defining characteristic of this intern is that they are entirely reactive. They literally won't do a single thing until you walk right up to their desk, trigger them, and start a conversation. Because it completely relies on human interaction to get to work, it doesn't scale infinitely on its own in the background. But you know what? That reactive nature is exactly what makes it so incredibly powerful for specific tasks. A custom GPT is absolutely ideal for manual processes that require a lot of heavy back and forth iteration. For example, imagine generating a repetitive setup guide or maybe a weekly report. If you tried to fully automate this whole shebang, you'd likely still end up having to go in and manually revise the output anyway. So instead, by using a custom GPT preloaded with your templates, you just stay on the interface, tweak the prompt, iterate with the AI, and polish the output in seconds. It keeps the human in the loop exactly where they need to be. Next up, Section 4, Predictable Workflows, stepping up to background automation. At this layer, we kick things off with the simple workflow. Now, this is a massive step up in efficiency because these systems run completely in the background while you're fast asleep. A simple workflow is essentially a deterministic sequence of steps. It completely relies on perfectly predictable inputs, resulting in perfectly predictable outputs, using pure black and white logic. For example, every morning at 6 a.m., download this report. Or if a payment goes through, send a receipt. If it fails, send an alert. Notice something? There is absolutely zero AI reasoning happening here. It's just traditional, highly reliable, low-cost automation. Now, let's contrast that simple workflow with the next tier up, the AI workflow. They actually share the exact same core principle of following a fixed, strict order of steps. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, every single time without fail. However, the AI workflow injects a crucial layer of reasoning right into that fixed path. So the overall structure never changes, but the AI is allowed to make smart, context-aware choices within that specific structure. Let's look at this workflow. Step 1, an email comes in. Step 2, AI reads and classifies the content. Step 3, it routes that email to either the support team or the finance team. Now, traditional code really struggles here because it just can't understand the nuanced context of, say, a super angry customer email versus a standard billing question, unless it relies on very rigid keywords. But here the AI acts like a brilliant little traffic cop. It reads the email, truly understands the intent, and directs it down the correct, fixed highway. It's incredibly intelligent, for sure, but it is not fully autonomous. Which brings us to Section 5, fully autonomous AI agents, the peak of the pyramid. All right, this is where we define what a true agent actually is. And the defining characteristic here is true agency. Unlike a workflow where the path is rigidly fixed, with an AI agent, you simply hand it an end goal. The agent then perceives its environment, makes dynamic decisions on the fly, handles unexpected exceptions, and totally figures out its own unique path to achieve that goal. Let's imagine a hypothetical marketable AI agent. It gets a fairly vague request from a human via chat app, something like, hey, create a promotional post for us. The agent autonomously looks at its available toolbox, maybe content creation, image generation, and database querying, and uses its brain to decide the best approach. It might think, okay, first I need to query the database for our current product specs. Then I'll generate a cool image. And finally, I'll write the post copy. It chooses the tools and the exact order in which to use them entirely on its own. That kind of flexibility is absolutely incredible. But remember, it also comes with the highest cost and the highest complexity of anything on our pyramid. Finally, Section 6, choosing your AI framework, the practical decision tree. Okay, here is the very first question you absolutely must ask yourself when you're looking at a bottleneck in your business. Do I need to be in the loop every time? Like, does this task require human revision, a subjective sign-off from a manager, or a bunch of back-and-forth iteration? If the answer is yes, stop right here. Do not pass go. Do not build an agent. Just build a foundational custom GPT to assist your human team. Now, if you realize you don't actually need a human in the loop, you move right on to question 2. Are the steps 100% logic-based and predictable? Is this task just a simple, explicit, black and white filter? Because if the answer is yes, then you don't even need AI at all. Skip paying for those expensive AI tokens entirely and just build a simple workflow. It'll save your business money while running flawlessly in the background. But if the task isn't purely black and white and it does require some actual reasoning, you arrive at the final fork in the road. You have to ask yourself, is the order of operations strictly fixed? If the process happens in the exact same sequence every single time, read, write, send, then you want to choose an AI workflow. But if the process requires flexible, dynamic decision-making, where the actual steps might change depending on the situation, well then, and only then, do you build an AI agent. Now, I do want to point out one really vital exception to this rule. Imagine a standard customer support flow: read email, search database, write response. It looks like a fixed, entirely predictable sequence, right? Which means it should just be an AI workflow. But wait, what if the AI searches the database and doesn't actually find the answer on the first try? An AI workflow would just fail, or worse, send a bad response. An AI agent, however, has the autonomy to intelligently loop that search step. It can try 3, 4, or even 5 different search queries until it is highly confident it has the right answer before ever moving on to step 3. So in scenarios where you really need that dynamic looping to ensure high quality, the agent actually becomes the superior choice. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this reminder: scale intelligently. The honest truth is, you simply don't know what you don't know until you actually put a system to work. You might build a custom GPT, use it for a few months, and realize the process is so utterly predictable that you can easily scale it up into a hands-off AI workflow. Conversely, you might spend time building a highly complex AI agent only to realize its flexibility is actually causing weird errors, and you really need to scale it down into a fixed AI workflow just to get better predictability. So let the system run, collect real-world feedback, and adjust as you go. So I want to leave you with this final, slightly provocative thought to take back to your team. Which specific bottleneck in your business needs solving first? And what is the absolute simplest tier on the pyramid you can use to fix it? That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.